I'm Heather. I'm 32 years old. I have acute myeloid leukemia, and this is my story. I was diagnosed in March of 2021. I have been in the gym and health and wellness industry for quite some time. So at the point in time that I was diagnosed, I would say that I was pretty healthy, or I thought that I was really healthy. I was going to the gym consistently and eating really well, and I do believe that's the reason why I ended up finding out about my cancer at such an early time and being able to catch it. When I was diagnosed in March, I ended up going into the hospital for quite some time, an accumulation of about 2 months. I think the toughest part of my diagnosis was when I had to be away from my son. I was in and out of the hospital so much that I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my son. So in September of 2021 is when I went into remission. That's when the real battle started. You start feeling and looking like you're good on the outside, but on the inside, you're still fighting a lot of symptoms and challenges from the treatments. So as soon as I was out of treatment and I started feeling more strong, I instantly got back into the gym. So often what people don't think about is with nutrition, it's not just about food. It's not like I do everything perfect, but I do say that now since my treatment and everything, I try my very hardest to stay away from plastic containers, stay with more organic foods, less processed foods. And I know for a long time I would get made fun of for always eating organic stuff. And before my cancer, I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. I didn't know how important it actually was. And then throughout my treatment and researching and realizing how much chemicals actually go into our food and how much chemicals go into our water bottles, there's so many factors that go into keeping a healthy body. I love going to Salt and Light to be able to put that into my regimen as well. They have the infrared sauna. That is one of my favorites because whenever I'm feeling sick or I'm feeling more of my symptoms, because unfortunately I still have a lot of symptoms from treatment, I go in there for an hour, 45 minutes, and I come out feeling refreshed. So it's actually funny because I was a little hesitant after my treatment going into the sunbeds, and because it was something that I was regularly doing prior. And then I decided not to do it for a while. And looking into the research and having some really interesting conversations with people, and that got me more interested into the sunbeds, and come to find out it's a lot more manageable than going out and tanning in the sun. I personally thought going out and tanning in the sun would be the best option for someone like me. I quickly realized by doing that there is no way of monitoring how much sun you're actually getting. I took some advice and I went back into the sunbeds, and I love the fact that I am able to go in there and feel comfortable about going in there and feel safe about going in there because I can go in for the amount of time my body feels comfortable with. And whenever I need to get out, I get out. I use the sunbeds not just for a nice tan. I definitely use it to be able to get that vitamin D and to get that health aspect from it. It helps with your immune system and your energy levels. I do feel like a lot of people take their health for granted, and unfortunately, sometimes it takes something like this to happen in your life, or a family member, close friend, someone around you, for it to happen, for it to really click in how important your health and wellness actually is. There's not everything that we can control, unfortunately, but our health is one thing that we do have control over. What we're putting into our bodies and how physically demanding we allow our bodies to be. With everything that I've gone through and how weak I was at one point, and still pushing every day to try to get my body moving, and even if it was just for 10 minutes, if I can do it, I believe anybody can do it.